Hey, you want to know how we're getting to 1,000 subscribers? You can. Up next on Geek Out SA. Welcome back to Geek Out SA. It's Friday and we're having fun.
Woo!
Yay!
I'm not asleep this time.
Not asleep this time, so
Nice.
You're working out. So you had I guess you had a good week.
Well, I was off today, so, there's that.
So we already have like a bunch of your students that are watching right now.
Bless their hearts. They think I'm funny. They don't know how boring this is really going to be.
So hopefully it won't be so boring for them.
No, it's just that we're adults, so it may not be what they're interested in, because I'm not going to and I yoop the whole time.
Like she just did right now.
But I might do
so we just hit 900. We just went over 900 subscribers as of today.
And that's a lot thanks to my students, so thank you so much for subscribing and helping us get there. Our goal for this year was to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a long time, and we've been steadily kind of building momentum this year, which has been really great. So we're really hoping to get 1,000. YouTube changed the way they monetize. So we can't make money until we get to at least 1,000. And then maybe by the time we get to 1,000, it'll be 5,000 or something. So
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I think you're a bit jumpy on your video.
Okay, I'll be really still. I tend to move a lot because I'm a little hyperactive, and so I'll try to be still. I'll be very still, and I'll talk.
Just talk like that. So we've been doing this for about 6 years.
Oh my gosh, have we really?
Yeah, we've been doing it for 6 years.
No. I haven't.
You haven't, but I have.
Oh, yeah, well, you have.
Well, I've been doing this for 6 years. So
So the key is Stuart and Colleen.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, we've been growing. It's slowly but steadily every year, and we just jump up, and then.
Well, I think the key is hitting different demographics. So we're starting to see that if we do some of the shorter videos, some of the parody type videos, those are hitting a different demographic than we normally would. My students like those, and it's actually my students that got me to do the very first one. Also, I'll tell y'all a little story.
Mm-hmm.
The kids were doing this, like in the hall, saying this, and I oop, and I didn't know what it was. It was just like another one of those things that, it's a fidget spinner, it's flipping the bottle, it's the mannequin challenge, it's whatever. I've been through a lot of these, right? Dab. So,
that hurt, I bet.
Yeah. So it was just another thing, and I didn't get it. Well, then these two little boys were sitting, and they were taking a test, and I saw one of them had a piece of paper, and I thought they were writing answers to each other.
Right.
So I went over, and they had put it up under their notebook, and then I pulled it out, and I was like, come on, guys. And I pull it out, and it's SK, and I'm like, okay, there's no answer choices on the tests that are SK. And I'm like, what? Okay, what is this? So they tell me it's Visco Girl. So you and I watched it together. We were cracking up. We were like dying laughing, right?
It was funny.
It was so funny. It was so ridiculously funny.
And thank you, Angel, is watching from
Angel.
actually RealmsCon, so from Hebe Studios. Thanks for watching. Lennon's Kitchen. Lennon is watching. If you haven't seen his cooking channel, check it out. Eric Lee Parodies is watching as well.
Eric needs to do more videos on YouTube.
Do it. Do it, Eric. We're actually going to see him tomorrow. And Adam is on here.
Yay, Adam!
Which he actually let us on to know that there were 75-cent tacos today at Bill Miller's. So
nice.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, a lot of San Antonio YouTubers. So anyway, so the boys did this, and then we watched the Visco Girl, and so we were laughing at it. And then, so you and I are both from San Antonio, and San Antonio in general, there are a lot of pockets of San Antonio where people have a good amount of money, but in general, we tend to be on the lower income side.
Right.
And we tend to be a little more frugal because we're on the lower income side. So I thought it would be funny to do a dollar store Visco Girl. Because, like, growing up, there's no way I could have afforded a hydro flask or these three, like the Visco girls get $300 scrunchies. Like, no way. And I'm too cheap as an adult, so like, no way. But the dollar store, heck yeah, I'm all about that. What, am I moving too much?
No, go. Keep going. Can
Okay.
you go to just Colleen?
Just me. I'm cute. Just me.
Keep going.
So that was where I came up with the idea, just growing up having no money. And then I thought, well, what will be funny? So I went to the dollar store, and they have the backpacks in the Visco Girl.
Yeah, top one.
And so I got
The
the
other
drawstring bags. And then they, of course, have the hydro flask. So I thought this dollar store, tumbler thing would be funny. And then they do the seashell necklaces. So that was why I did that. So I had watched the video. And so my parody was to do the video, but in kind of a San Antonio, like a lower income way. So that's why I thought that would be funny. So I have some other parodies planned out that we want to do. And then my students who are watching, so thank you very much, have given me some ideas of some other parodies of things that I can do. So I think we want to do a lot more of the parodies, but we don't want that to be the only thing that we do. We really still want things to be about geeky things and about fandom, because that's kind of our brand. So I think one of the ways that we're going to get to 1,000 subscribers is to stick with our brand. So the Visco parody wasn't necessarily geeky. I had thought originally that I could do some geeky things and do like a Visco Girl geek parody, and I might do that one too still, because I do have some options. I still haven't had the baggy shirt, and I have some baggy shirts that are geeky, like really baggy shirts that I like to wear as night shirts. And then I do actually have a couple of scrunchies. They're not scrunchies, they're homemade, but they're like Pikachu and stuff like that that I could use. And of course I have Ninja Turtle tumblers and stuff. So I was thinking I could go the same route but go geeky, but I didn't know if that would feel as funny to me. So I think getting more subscribers, you have to stay true to your brand, but I think you also have to be aware of like what some of the trends are and what's going on YouTube and what's going on now with TikTok being available and different things like that. So I think you have to stay true to your brand, but be aware of trends as well, which can be a slippery slope sometimes.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot out there. I mean, sometimes we really have to go and sometimes the day of, I'm looking to see what kind of trends are happening, just so we can get something on there, because you got to be current.
Yeah.
And a lot of time, and I talked about this the other day about remaining current, and when you're doing parodies of stuff, that usually you have about a 2 to 3 week window of when you can do that parody to where you'll get the best amount of views.
Yeah, and I think it depends on your parody too. You and I have some ideas for some parodies of things that aren't necessarily current, but because you and I are older, it's kind of funny in a way. So I think people will see those and think they're funny. So I'm hoping that they're going to think that those are funny. I still like doing this show. I don't think that this content that you and I do, this talk show type thing that we do, is necessarily what the younger generation, that 13 to 20 demographic, is not going to like it.
I think it's way too long for them.
Yeah, but in our demographic, in the 30 to 50 demographic, people like this type of show. They like to watch it. For a while, we were getting more views than we had subscribers, which is kind of unheard of. Usually you have a ton of subscribers and not as many views as you have subscribers.
Right.
And so it was interesting when we were having that happen. It was really great to have so many people watching and liking what content we had put out and what we were talking about.
Well, I'm really excited that we've gotten to 900.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate everybody that's come in and subscribed to us and really checked this out and is enjoying this kind of stuff that we do, because we do it for you. And if it wasn't for you,
we do it for ourselves. We like ourselves a lot.
Not so much.
No, but if
Angel says it's informative.
If any of my kids are still watching, a lot of them have YouTube channels, and that is kind of a new job that people want to get, is YouTuber, right? So a lot of my kids only have like 100 subscribers, 50 subscribers. So what advice, Vincent, would you give to these kids? Because we were there for a long time. So what advice would you give the kids who really maybe do want to have a channel and who only have like 15 subscribers or something? What advice would you give them?
Consistency. It's because we've done it almost every week since we begun. And people got used to that. Of course, it wasn't always on Friday. It was, I believe it was on Wednesday before when we started. And now we've moved it, since it's you and I, the best time for us to do that is Friday. And Fridays seem to be getting us the most amount of view time. So
Yeah.
that's why we do it on Friday.
Excuse me, sorry. I think the other thing you were saying, consistency, so do it on a consistent basis, which I have another channel that's for teachers, and I'm having a problem getting subscribers because I'm not consistent over there.
Right.
When I was being consistent, I was kind of moving up and I was at about 65 subscribers, and then I've stagnated there because I'm not putting content up enough. And so people stop watching you and you stop being relevant because you're not putting up consistent content. So yeah, that's why we're popular. Because we have consistent technical.
I wonder if you could pop hers down even
me?
lower, the 720,
It's not just her, it's just you.
and pop mine down.
No, how about you just reformat the computer or get a new
I'm not gonna do that.
computer?
It was working.
And it's not working now.
It was working until we went live. So am I
Yeah.
really like jerky or what?
Yeah.
And but not like really cool jerky. It's not like we're watching like an
But
bad
when we were working on the thing last week, because I unplugged that, did you move any of these cams anywhere? You didn't move them? And I rebooted since, I don't know. Put yourself out there, Lennon says. Yeah, you got to put yourself out there. And you got to just keep doing it. Keep chugging along, because
Well,
it's taken us 6 years to get to 900.
but let me say something else that I think that is valuable to say. You have to know your brand, right? I don't like Logan Paul. I'm not a fan of Logan Paul. A lot of little kids like Logan Paul. I do not like him personally. I do not like what he has to say. I do not like what he represents, but he knows who he is. And he is consistently an idiot every time he makes a video. So he knows that that's his brand, and
he's gearing it towards his audience.
Right, and
so
he knows that's what he wants.
We don't fault him for that.
There are some YouTubers out there who, okay, they say their brand is like horror, but then they switch and then their brand is like doing this other thing, or then they switch and their brand is doing like this other thing, and it's like they never know what their brand really is. So
I mean, you can switch up brands, but you're gonna need to stick to it once you do that, because I know we had a YouTuber on here that kind of did that. He was just doing kind of video games, and then he switched to vlogging.
Right.
So
Is he doing both, or he just switched directly
he
to...
just switched directly to doing vlogging about like technology. It was from
Hopeful Survivor?
no, from the one that was from Spain.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Mhm.
Okay. I didn't know that. And then, like, Squirrel Jerky used to do, like, reaction videos and things like that, and now he does reviews of alcohol.
Creeper Boy says, I don't like Logan Paul either.
Oh, good job, Spencer. You're my
Awesome.
favorite now. Yeah, I think, and that's another thing that people, I think, don't realize about you and I is, number one, because I'm an educator. Number two, because we are parents. We wanted some content to be out there that people could watch with their families, like if they were interested in geeky things, that we're elevating things, that we're knowledgeable, that we're not acting like idiots. I mean, I'm not saying that we don't, fart sometimes and think it's funny or whatever, and we run around the house speaking Klingon and think we're funny.
Right.
I mean, but we're not like hitting each other in the head with a wiffle ball bat or something.
Right.
And that's our videos. Like, no, Stuart, no. Stuart likes that idea. Don't encourage him. But I really liked your parody, and it wasn't necessarily a parody, but it was kind of like geek commentary, I guess, where you thought you were using the Force and you were trying to get the remote.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was really funny. To me, those are the kinds of things that we think are funny.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not as funny as we think we are. I don't know.
And that one did decently.
That one did decently, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're staying in.
It didn't blow up as much as yours, I don't think.
Well, mine only blew up because my kids really. I did it for my kid. I did that for my kids. That was for my students. I really love my students. My students are a lot of fun. They support me every day, and so it was just a way for me to make a connection to them and to be funny and do a parody. I enjoy doing YouTube just as a hobby. So I thought, why not do something for my students? And so they've blown that video up. It's been really great. I've really appreciated it.
Yeah.
I've seen them watching
That's
it.
really
They're
cool.
laughing. They're encouraging me and stuff. So it's nice. And that's one of the nice things about YouTube, I think, is that you can like build this group and this community, and you can be funny and you don't have to be cruel or you don't have to be crass.
Right. Right. Because with us, we don't cuss on our show.
No, it's not necessary. It's not something that we feel like we need to do. I mean, are we human and we slip every once in a while and say bad words? Of course, because we're human, but it's not like every other word is a bad word kind of thing. That's just not who we are.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we stayed to who we are. I think that's another tip, is to be authentic. Right?
Yes.
Because we try, let's be honest, we've tried it a few times because we've tried several things over the years. We have tried to write a script before.
Right.
And to follow it, and it wasn't authentic, and it was jerky and odd and weird, and we didn't get...
Yeah, but we've done it so much over the years that we're so good at it, it seems like we're scripted.
Right, but we aren't. When we try to do it that way, it doesn't work very well.
Right.
What were some of the other things? Because we have tried other things that did not work out well for us. We're not in our
they're
wheelhouse.
asking about the Force video. I think it was called May the 4th Be With You.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's really funny because he thinks he can use the Force, but it's really me using my hands and carrying the remote to him.
It was a funny one.
It was funny.
Actually, Adam helped us shoot that one. So,
yeah, Adam did.
That was
Adam,
really
we
cool.
had a lot of fun with Adam that day. He was really good, and I think the other thing that people don't realize is when we're live streaming like this, it's no problem, right? I mean, except for the technical difficulties that we seem to have every week. This is not a problem per se. We're just sitting here talking. But when we do, our location videos where we've gone out somewhere, where we've gone to a con, where we've gone to another country, when we do the parody videos, that requires sitting, practicing, blocking out the shots and where they're going to be, editing, adding music. So each one of those steps is a thought process that you need to go through.
Yeah.
Being on YouTube is not just jumping on YouTube sometimes.
So like that, we did the videos to London, to Paris, and Rome, and just shooting the video, it was probably maybe 30 minutes of actual video time.
Yeah, maybe 45. It was quite a lot.
Maybe
of
45
video.
for each.
Yeah.
For each of them.
Each one.
And then we had to whittle it down to what we thought was best.
Well, right, and the goal is to get it. The goal is really to try to get it under 10 minutes.
Right.
People really don't want to, and if you can get it at 5, you're even better. Sometimes with a long trip like that, people will watch it for 10 minutes.
Oh, and I think we actually have a call.
Have a call. Okay, awesome.
So,
This will be
hello?
This is Daniel from RealmsCon here in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Hey, it's Daniel from RealmsCon, and you're actually having it right now as we speak, isn't that right?
That is correct. We are having it right now as we speak.
So,
We're
tell me...
here at the Emerald Beach Hotel in Corpus Christi.
Awesome, awesome. So tell me a little bit about what's happening at RealmsCon this weekend.
Well, this weekend we have a great vending room, so dealers area, so you can come in and purchase all different types of anime products, comic book, fantasy, sci-fi stuff. So anything that you like is there. Uh, we even have a great guest lineup. We have DJ Qual from from Road Trip. Uh, yeah, from the new guy, Z Nation. And right now he's coming out on the new show, the Creep Show. That came out.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
so
Very cool.
yeah, so we're very happy to have him, and we have Ty Olson, who plays the vampire Benny in Supernatural. So and he's here signing autographs as well. And then, of course, we have some voice actors here from anime, if you're interested in anime. And some of the voice actors, of course, are we have Austin Tyndall, Alexis Tipton, Brittany Kabowski. They play like Brittany uh, uh, plays Wendy from Fairy Tale, and she also plays Black Star from Soul Eater. They're here. Austin Tyndall plays Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, and he's here. And of course, Brittany Kabowski, she plays from Rosario Vampire. She plays the main character there, and I mean, and on and on. Her yeah, she plays so much, and on top of that, all these characters also come out in the new show, the My Hero Academia anime that's real popular right now.
Yeah,
So
and I've
we're very
actually checked
excited to
that out.
have
That's
them
really
on.
cool. Cool. Very
Yeah, on
cool.
top of that, we even have James O'Barr here, who created The Crow, and he's here, and he's gonna be showing his movie, and you can ask him any questions you like about it.
So what time is it happening tonight?
Well, it's happening now. It's started at 10 in the morning, and it ends at 1 in the morning.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and then
Very
tomorrow,
cool.
same time, 10 in the morning to 1 in the morning. We're gonna, and Sunday we open from 10 to 6. We're gonna have like a rave. We're gonna have again have you ever seen Forge of Fire? That
I
TV show. We have
no.
one of the
Oh,
champions from
yes.
Forge of Fire. Yeah, they make
They
daggers
make
and
daggers
blades and
and
stuff, and
swords
they
and stuff
test
like
it
that.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be he's down here. One of the champions is actually down here, and he's actually created a dagger right in front of everybody. And he's gonna raffle it off on Sunday. So he's gonna be making it Friday, Saturday, and then raffle it off on Sunday as well.
That's
So and if you have any
amazing.
questions, he's actually doing it right in front of you, and you can ask him any questions on why he's doing this and why he's doing that, and he's gonna teach you know. Uh, all the ins and outs of actually making a blade.
That's amazing. So if you don't have anything to do, or if you want to go on over to Corpus Christi, and it's at
Emerald Beach Hotel.
the Emerald Beach Hotel, make it on there, and maybe go say hi to Daniel, and we'll have a lot of fun there. But thanks for calling me and letting us know about it. But really appreciate it. But
Oh, no problem. Anytime.
catch you later. Geek out us, eh?
All right. All right. Thanks a lot, man. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye. Cool. So yeah, I mean
I've always
that's
heard about RealmsCon, but we've never had a chance to go.
We've
usually
never-
have something that we're in the midst of.
it's always and that's another thing of what we're doing to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're not doing Game Expo anymore.
Actually, RealmsCon is very interesting because it transitioned from a sci-fi general convention to an anime convention.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because I remember going to the first one. I've got pictures from the very first one, and it was very sci-fi, and now it's more anime driven.
Yeah. And we like anime, but we've told people before that's not our fandom. It's not that we don't like anime, that's just not the biggest fandom that we're into. And October is usually a big month for us with two of our children have birthdays, and both of our moms have birthdays in October, and I have a birthday in October. So we're usually packed like every weekend trying to do stuff with everybody. So we usually just don't make it anywhere.
Yeah.
And besides, we really like the Renaissance Festival, and so we have to save
Mm-hmm.
our money for that. But we do want to go to RealmsCon one of these days. Our good friend and a guest that we've had on here before, Lene, who does I just lost my mind. What's the name of her photography thing?
Master Photography.
Master
by
Photography.
LG.
She's out there doing photography, and Stuart.
Angel from Hebe Studios
Angel
is
from
showing
Hebe
off his
Studios.
game, Rage
Yeah.
Ball.
And Stuart's been out there many years, but he's with us now. So, but he knows people out there that are vending as well,
Yeah,
and
technically we're vending at the raves still.
still vending at the rave.
Yeah, I'm not there, but it's been done.
But your company's out there.
Your company's
so.
out there, so it'll be good.
So yeah, and I think that's nice to go out there and enjoy that, and go to Corpus. Corpus is another place in Texas that's not necessarily super huge, not a ton of money. So it's good to have something like that out there to boost the economy and to show off fandom when you may not think of that being a very popular fandom. But I know that one of the teachers at my campus started an anime club, and the first day of anime club, he had like almost 32 kids in there.
32 kids?
Yeah,
Wow.
for the first day of anime club. So it was pretty awesome. So, I mean, kids really like that. That is becoming a more popular, more common fandom, I think.
Yeah. And then they have San Japan for that.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know. I'm sure there's some other anime cons here as well that they can go to. But,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, so I think, and we've gone to a lot of cons.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of within our wheelhouse. I don't know that that's going to remain in our wheelhouse because
I think a big thing that's happened is that we are dropping Game Expo, and we're not doing that anymore. And that's
Yeah.
going to help us, put more time towards Geek Out SA, because I believe that's...
Sorry, our producer is giving us notes and we get distracted really easily.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's shiny. It's okay. So yeah, I think by not doing Geek Out SA, we can build more subscribers because we're putting in
Right.
more effort. So you're getting more subscribers
Yes.
by putting in more effort.
Yes.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Well,
So-
that's where I was going.
Yes, I get what you're trying to say. I get
That's where I was going.
it. So the whole point is to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's our first goal. So
Yeah.
I think that's another thing that we should talk about is creating goals for yourself.
Right.
It's not like when we were at 50 subscribers, we were like, that's it, we're hitting 1,000. I don't think we ever felt like...
I don't think we started off at 50 subscribers.
No, probably not.
We started off with more than 50 subscribers.
Did we really?
We did.
But we're not like that Mexican grandma
But that's
who
because
now
of,
has
that's because of
800,000 subscribers.
Kayla was on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Vivian.
Vivian.
You can't call her by her real name on YouTube.
I always did
You always
anyway.
do. So yeah, I mean, and I think it depends on your content. So I just did see about the Mexican grandma who just started, and she has 15 videos, and she already has 800,000 subscribers.
800,000 subscribers.
800,000
Yeah, that's
subscribers.
amazing.
But food, like who doesn't love food, and who doesn't want your abuela's kitchen to be there in your home?
Super authentic.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that you can learn how to make those meals. I think it's a great thing. I have always wanted to do some cooking videos because I feel that people in this city don't necessarily know how to cook on a budget.
Mhm.
And we've had to do it for a very long time. But I don't know that
Back
that
in the
goes
day,
with our
yeah.
brand. Yeah, I would love to do it because I think it would help people out.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that that goes with our brand.
Right.
And I don't want to stray too far from our brand. Not that it's necessarily bad to do things every once in a while, but I don't know. I don't know that really speaks to who our viewership is. It might help people in their 20s, like our sons.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And
And then I don't want to be accused of
Lonely
like,
Turtle says she's one of my favorite teachers. I didn't see that.
you don't want to see it. Don't look. Thank you, Turtle. I'm his favorite because I would actually call him Turtle instead of by his actual name because that's what he wanted to be called, and I'm okay with that. You can be whoever you want to be.
I thought it was a reference to the Save the Turtles.
And I oop. No. No, his name is Turtle.
I almost drove you crazy with that too, didn't I?
Okay, so what you don't know, I want to take a step away from subscribers for just a minute. What you don't know about Vincent is he takes like a fun thing that you love, and then he kills it and he kills it and he kills it because he won't like leave it alone, and he does it constantly and constantly and constantly. He walks up behind you and he's all and I yoop, and he walks up and he's and I yoop, and he doesn't even know what it means. He doesn't even know what he's doing it. Okay, that was my aside. Let's go back to subscribers now.
So subscribers. So we want to hit 1,000 subscribers by December or before. So one of the things I'm going to do is give this away. So this is one that I actually built the electronics for, or put together the electronics to work like. So it doesn't just turn on; it has sound too.
Yeah. Nice. I wish you would have done a build video on that. I know you were afraid to do the build video because you weren't sure if you were going to mess it up.
Yeah.
That was your first one.
I actually have another one.
I know you do.
That I'm going to that we're gonna show, or I actually may go in and rewire this one too.
Yeah, I would really like for you to do a build video. I think people would like to do that. That is a hilt from Ultra Saber, so it is not a toy, but kind of is a toy because you can have like saber battles with it.
Creeper Boy says, "Time to make 97 accounts."
97 accounts. Do it! No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I would love to get to 1,000 and give that lightsaber away. It's fantastic. It is a hilt from Ultra Saber. It's really nice.
And what I actually did with it is I opened up one of the Star Wars lightsabers, light up lightsabers. I took out their soundboard, so it's an official Star Wars sounding lightsaber. So. Well,
and I think that's another thing that we can do to get to 1,000 subscribers, and it's something that we were doing for a while. Is you had a technology, because you're a really big technology guy. So I think bringing in some of our strengths, especially when you have more than one person on your channel.
Yeah.
And so when we bought the little Nintendo, and then you showed how to fix it, because the controllers had a really short cord.
Right.
And so when we would try to play it, we had to sit like on top of it practically to play with it. And so then you showed how to put that on there so you could use your
the original controllers on there. So that was kind of cool. And also how to attach the NES Advantage to that, because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it doesn't work with it." It was like, yeah, it does.
It does. Yeah, so I think people really like those kinds of things too. And that's not the type of video that I could make because it's not in my wheelhouse.
Right.
I'm not a tech person. I mean, I can do some of it, but I don't really care about it. It's not my thing. But you get all excited about it. You like it. So you love Alexa, like all the stuff that you do with her. There are all
Amazon Alexa.
Yeah. That's what I meant. There's all kinds of videos you could do with her. I mean, you even...
She doesn't love you anymore.
She doesn't love you anymore.
Alexa, do you love me?
I don't have human love figured out quite yet, but I've been listening to Barry White nonstop. So far I've learned it's my first, my last, my everything.
There you go. See?
Cool.
She knows who you are, too. He's done that creepy thing. That's
nice.
Yeah.
Alexa, who am I?
I'm talking to Vincent. This is Vincent's account.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
But if I ask her, she doesn't know who I am. I think she's plotting against me.
Ask her.
Alexa, who am I?
I'm not sure who's speaking, but you're in Vincent's account.
Great, thanks. Yeah. So if any of you have seen Terminator, when the machines take over and try to kill you, that's what's happening in my house.
Black and Silver Diamond says, "I'm at Alamo City for Invasion." Is that happening right now?
Oh.
That's happening right now. So, and he's there, he's checking it out. So, and thanks for watching us there.
One of my past students is there too, Jen. Yes, that is happening right now. So,
there's going to be a lot to do here and around the South Texas area.
Yeah.
So
there's always geeky stuff to do, if you look for it.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't have to look very hard, but sometimes you do.
Yeah. Hopefully, I was enjoying the segment that we had before the Geek End, so I'm hoping that our person who was doing the Geek End.
So hopefully Alicia will come back
And yeah, life. She's a grown up, and so grown up life kind of takes over sometimes, and so she's not able to do it for a while. But I'm hoping she'll come back because I think that was really helpful, and she was able to research some of those things and let people know what was going on in San Antonio and around the area.
So I think going back to the videos, we're just gonna start doing more videos.
I think more videos. We've tried a few times to add like segments because there are things that we are inherently good at, but there are things that we aren't inherently good at that are still part of fandom and stuff. We've tried to add video game people in a couple of times, and it hasn't necessarily worked for us. So we may need to rethink that because I think that would be something good to have. I would really like to have somebody come in every once in a while to talk about comic books and what's current, because I don't read very much. I read some, but not, like, I'm not up on what all the titles are all the time. Ooh, sorry, I didn't even work
If
today.
we could get somebody from a comic store and have them come in and tell us about it, you can get good.
Yeah, and we've asked a couple of times, and they seem interested, but then they're grown-ups in life and stuff like that. I would like for us to have some more guests. The last couple of times we've tried, they've had to cancel on us because they're also grown-ups and have kids and things, and so life. So, but I think that's one of the other things that we need to mention to people is to be flexible.
Right.
Right? Because every time you and I have something planned, it doesn't necessarily go to plan.
Just like the video that we have right now that's going on right now with your chopping it.
Yeah, so I think you have to be flexible and you have to be okay.
And then just make it happen too.
Yeah, just make it happen. Like if it's not going to be exactly what you wanted to do, but you're committed to putting out content once a week, put something out. Put something out.
Yeah.
Even if you're exhausted and it's you like laying upside down on your bed, like playing your video game, if you have a video game channel, like people like to see people that are real and being real. So just be real. And maybe you're exhausted, but it doesn't hurt you to put the camera up.
They really love watching us play Borderlands because it made us sick.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something we'll go back to.
Well,
and
everybody's
start
been
doing.
bugging us to play Minecraft. And really, I probably should to see what the educational aspects are of it. So.
I haven't finished editing it, but we have a cool video of me playing the arcade machine
with a young child.
With a young child
that he beats, and he's proud of. Just so you know, just as a precursor.
But the young child has been practicing.
Does he really? Oh.
He's playing fighting games.
He's like, I'm coming back.
He's totally learned how to do a fireball now. You're screwed.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be Vengeance of the 10-year-old.
Wow.
I love it. We'll have a whole series. I mean, I even like got up behind Vince and covered his eyes and stuff so that he couldn't see, and he still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was doing it. Yeah, I was doing it blind.
It was
tough.
It was terrible.
What there is a blind video game player that loves to play Street Fighter, totally blind, and he does it just by hearing.
Yeah.
Just by his hearing. So.
Yeah. So hopefully we're gonna have lots more content for you guys. We're gonna make it worth your while.
Well, Lennon, that video that I'm destroying the kid, that's what I'm titling the video, so you'll see it.
Oh, what?
You'll
Lennon
see what
said?
happens. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said spoiler. It's like, yeah. Well, I'm literally titling that.
Yeah.
Vince destroys a 10-year-old kid on a fighting game.
Longest YouTube title ever.
And it's probably a fighting game that you've never heard of or never played.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think we'll just hopefully just keep bringing good content. Keep being who we are and kind of, staying within our niche. Maybe if we branch out every once in a while. I don't think it hurts to branch out every once in a while and try new things and see how you like them. But just I think I know this is hard. It's kind of a dichotomy. Stay true to who you are, but branch out a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to do both, so you have to have a good balance between those. And you have to just consider what it is that you're doing and what you want to say when you're going forward with your videos. So.
While staying true to who you want to be.
Yeah. I want to be rich. That's what, oh no, that's not what, you can't want to be rich. Can you?
Yeah, I think you can.
Okay, I want to be rich.
I want to be rich too.
I want to be rich.
I want to do that too.
With more than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
And after we're done, if you have any suggestions to go ahead and post to the video of what you think we could do to make our geeky channel even better. And we'll definitely take those into consideration and have fun with those. But I really, really appreciate you watching us. Thank you so much. 900 is awesome.
Yeah.
1,000's going to be awesome too. And I really appreciate it. Thanks for checking us out. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen. Thanks, Stuart, for producing.
Geek Out SA. See you later.